This trailer's got good strong fenders. You can set a railroad tie up on there and tumble it over without bending the fender. That's the rail guy. Okay, now I think you can see what I had in mind for this. Instead of having the gravel swoop down and then a big step up, I've brought that out level and brought the gravel that I had left over out, so it comes up to a level point and leads right into this. That way you don't have to come out here and step up, and if you wanted to drive a lawnmower in there or something like that, you're a lot closer to it than you were. Now over here, this was a metal building built on railroad ties. I wasn't worried about rot, so I literally raked gravel right up to the edge of the building and put that mat down. And we rolled Trish's boat in there, and that works real good. What I will do, there's still about a 4-inch rise there, and I've got some 4-inch boards out there that was actually strapped to, I believe it was to my tin or to my metal door, one or the other. And I'm going to split them at an angle and set them here and build risers out of that, and I might fill in between that with concrete. So that's sort of what I was shooting for. I didn't fill this in over here because I'm going to come out with a board from the end of this that goes into the end of that wall. So I'm going to dig this gravel back, and I'm going to come all the way to the edge of the building here with a railroad tie, and then I'm going to put a little cross piece that is as tall as that piece there with the red wire sitting on. That way when Trish walks out here, what I want to create is a level spot that she can walk to and then step down to the next level instead of having this crooked bunch of stones laying there. So I'm going to change directions now because it's getting hotter and I don't have any more railroad ties, so I'm going to have to pick up some more before I do any of that kind of work. What I do have is the carburetor for Bill's weed whacker, and last week y'all may have watched me for about an hour and a half taking the carburetor apart and putting it back together and having it not work. And I was over at Bobby's house. He says, you know, I've never been able to get one of them things to work. He said, I always just buy a new one because they're so cheap. Well, I didn't know what he meant by that because I hadn't even priced a new one, but it turns out a new carburetor with a spark plug and lines and gaskets and a whole bunch of other stuff, filter, it was like $12, $13. So I wasted an hour and a half on something I could have fixed that cheap. So I'm going to find a shady spot after I cool down, pull out Bill's weed whacker and get it fixed, get it back to him, because Bill is the kind of guy that likes to whack weeds. He's probably sitting over there right now thinking, when am I going to get my weed whacker back so I can whack me some weeds? I like to whack weeds and I can't whack no weeds because I ain't got my weed whacker. And then he's puffing that pipe, little smoke coming up like a freight train. I want to get my weed whacker back. I need my weed whacker back. I might have to go buy me a new weed whacker if he don't hurry up and fix my old weed whacker. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. Okay then.